Welcome, fellow members of the Esoteric Order of Gamers. I'm making a brief visit to Sydney at the moment, just here for a few days to visit friends and clients. And while I was here, I thought I'd grab a copy of Fury of Dracula. It's one of my favourite games, and this is the third edition of the game. I bought the first edition way back in the 80s. I bought the second edition by Fantasy Flight Games much more recently, and here they are with the third edition. Why am I getting a third edition? A, I love the game. B, my second edition and my first edition are both in storage at the moment. And I love playing this game, so I thought, what the hell? I think I'll grab the new one. And they've made a few tweaks to it, so you never know. It should be even better than the second edition if we're lucky. So let's unwrap it and have a look inside. Now you'll have to excuse me, this is a one-hand unboxing, holding the camera with one hand, unboxing with the other, and it may be a little shaky camera-wise. Ooh, there it is. There's the little catalogue. Here's the Learn to Play rulebook. Of course, these days Fantasy Flight Games break up their rules into a Learn to Play booklet and a rules reference guide. So there are the rules. And here's the reference guide, and that's using the artwork from the second edition, I notice. And that's an alphabetical listing of stuff, like so. Now we've got a little reference sheet for Dracula, so we can see what's going on the board, and some character sheets there. Have a look at that in a moment. We've got one sheet of cardboard tokens. Very nice, all very red and goldy. Here's the board, wrapped in shrink wrap itself. I'll open that in a moment. Here's a whole stack of cards. The miniatures, these are the same miniatures that were in the second edition. I've already painted them for that edition, so I won't have to do that again. And even more cards. And the completely useless Fantasy Flight cardboard insert. So, let's have a look at some of this stuff. So here's the board, and isn't it lovely? It's very nice. It's quite dark, but then it's Fury of Dracula, so it's a dark kind of game, a dark gothic kind of experience. But as you can see, the artwork is very nice. It has a sort of slight engraving kind of feel, and it definitely fits the theme. Got a really nice track here for the influence that Dracula gets as he goes through the game, and these are the spaces where you place his trail cards as the investigators try to follow him on his adventures throughout Europe. So, happy with the board, very nice indeed. Now here are the character sheets for the various investigators. We've got Dr. John Seward, Mina Harker, Lord Godalming, and Van Helsing, and of course Dracula himself. And they're nice though, sadly on very thin card. It's a shame we didn't go the extra mile there, Fantasy Flight, and put them on thicker card. There you go. And we've got a little reference sheet for Dracula, so he can keep track of where he's running around Europe. But graphic design is very nice, illustrations are nice. And then we have the cards from this edition. We've got a few reference cards. We've got some event cards here. We've got some location cards. More location cards. Nice design, lovely. Here we've got, what are these? These are Dracula's combat cards. Escaper's Bat, Strength, Mesmerize, Plotting, Claws. Down here we've got Dracula's special powers, I believe. His 5 power cards, which are Hide, Dark Call, Misdirect, Feed, and Wolf Form. Again, great illustrations. Then we've got a whole lot of item cards. Oh, are they item cards? Yes, they are item cards, and they're also combat cards too, I believe. So, a lot of variety there. Then we've got Encounter cards. These are the cards that Dracula lays on his trail. Leave all kinds of nasties for the investigators to encounter. Love the illustration work. Reckless vampire. And then finally, what do we have here? We have... oh, these are more event cards. Now, I don't think they've changed too much from the last edition. There's been a few little tweaks. But really, this game is a classic. If you have any interest whatsoever in hidden movement games, if you like the Gothic theme, the Victorian Dracula, the Bram Stoker version of Dracula, if this kind of thing floats your boat, definitely get Fury of Dracula. It's a great game. I really enjoy it. Particularly good if you play it late at night with some candles burning and a bit of music in the background and a lot of atmosphere. So there it is, folks. Fury of Dracula, the 3rd edition by Fantasy Flight Games. That's all from the Esoteric Order of Gamers. Don't forget to visit the website orderofgamers.com. I'll be back in my regular haunts in just a few days and updating the website. In fact, I'll be back by the time this video is posted.